The core goal: mind control in the Cold War. MKUltra was born out of intense Cold War paranoia, primarily in response to the belief that the Soviet Union, China, and North Korea were successfully using mind control techniques, brainwashing, on U.S. prisoners of war. The CIA sought to develop methods and find a truth serum, or other techniques that could break down and control the human mind. This included developing methods for eliciting information, producing amnesia, and planting false information, or controlling an individual's actions. The Manchurian Candidate concept. The program was spearheaded by Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist and the head of the CIA's Technical Services Division, and approved by then CIA Director Allen Dulles. The methods used: the de-patterning process. The experiments were conducted in hundreds of sub-projects involving universities, hospitals, prisons, and private laboratories across the US and Canada. The methods often involved stripping a subject of their sanity to wipe the slate clean, with the hope of reprogramming them. High and repeated doses of psychoactive drugs, especially LSD-25, were administered to unwitting US and Canadian citizens, including prisoners, mental patients, and even CIA agents. Other drugs included mescaline, barbiturates, and morphine derivatives. Psychiatrists involved, such as Dr. Ewan Cameron in Montreal, used electroshock treatments at many times the normal strength or frequency, often daily, to induce a catatonic state. Subjects were kept in dark, isolated rooms for extended periods to break down their connection to reality. They were also kept in a drug-induced coma while recorded. Looped messages were played constantly, attempting to re-pattern their minds with new suggestions. Records indicate that other forms of coercion and abuse were used in some clandestine safe houses run by CIA operatives, key individuals, and victims. Donald Ewan Cameron, MD, a prominent Scottish psychiatrist and head of the Allen Memorial Institute in Montreal, Canada. He received CIA funding to conduct Sub-Project 68, where he pioneered the de-patterning and psychic driving techniques on patients who came in seeking help for minor issues. These patients were severely and permanently damaged. Frank Olson, an Army biological warfare specialist who was given LSD without his knowledge by CIA agents during a retreat in 1953, he suffered a severe paranoid breakdown and died a week later after falling from a 13th-story hotel window. The CIA initially ruled it a suicide, but the family later argued he was murdered. Thousands of people, many suffering from minor mental health issues or simply incarcerated, were experimented on without their informed consent. They were left with permanent mental, emotional, and physical scars, exposure, and aftermath. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the destruction of virtually all MKUltra records. In 1977, a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) request uncovered a cache of 20,000 documents that had survived the purge. This led to a series of congressional investigations, including the Church Committee and the Rockefeller Commission, which confirmed the existence of the illegal program and its unethical practices. While the program was exposed and publicly condemned, few, if any, of the high-level officials or doctors involved were ever prosecuted due to the intentional destruction of evidence. The story of MKUltra remains a stark example of the abuse of power and the complete violation of medical ethics and human rights conducted under the guise of national security. Would you like to know more about the story of a specific victim? Or perhaps how the methods of MKUltra laid the groundwork for modern interrogation techniques